Well, it's an International Women's Day and we have got some big breaking news coming in. Remember, earlier Prime Minister Modi announced the slashing of prices of LPG for Women's Day. The politics has now erupted over the same. Congress's Manikam Tagore has taken a jibe at the Prime Minister, took to his social media profile X and said, I'm going to quote him here, that on Women's Day, Modi's Jumla, which is LPG price being slashed by rupees 100, now it's rupees 823. Just a little flashback. In 2014, Dr. Manmohan Singh gave a subsidy of rupees 600 and the price was 641. Hashtag election season, hashtag LPG, hashtag gas cylinder. That's the big word coming in. Certainly a jibe towards Prime Minister Modi's big decision of alleviating some of the financial burden on the household, especially on International Women's Day. Our senior editor Pallavi Ghosh is back with us on the broadcast. Pallavi, how can this comment coming in from Manikam Tagore be seen as Prime Minister's big decision has come as some sort of a relief for the women there?
But it's politics, it's election time, so you're going to see these kind of counters coming in. Sakshi, clearly the Congress party wouldn't want to give that credit to the Prime Minister, and making the point only when the elections round the corner, according to the Congress, these piecemeal declarations are made by the government and by the party with an eye on elections, but it doesn't really walk the talk. The comparison is being made to Dr. Manmohan Singh's tenure to make the point that if you really want to talk about real concessions, it has to be on a larger number. You cannot increase the price of LPG cylinders in the year and then suddenly call off 100 rupees off and then claim that this is going to be a big boost to Nari Shakti or women empowerment. So these are the kind of narrative which are going to become extremely frequent and common as we inch closer and closer to the polls.
Definitely. And Pallavi, it's extremely crucial that this announcement has come from the government, from the Prime Minister himself, just a day after the government actually extended the subsidy of rupees 300 per LPG cylinder to poor women under the Ujjwala Yojana. How is that very crucial for the BJP looking at the upcoming Lok Sabha elections?
And the Ujjwala Yojana, Sakshi, has been a very successful program for the BJP and for the government. It has worked not only politically, but in terms of women empowerment. And the whole idea of Ujjwala Yojana is that you replace the earlier, the very rudimentary way of cooking, where people, it was considered to be a health hazard as well. And the women have been given cylinders to improve their lifestyle, to improve their health. And also many of these cylinders were subsidized periodically to make it more and more affordable for the rural women particularly. Yesterday, the cabinet meeting extended this by 300 rupees per cylinder, 12 cylinders, and for the next 1 year. That is a flagship program of the BJP, which the BJP certainly is going to be flaunting. And on Women's Day, this is another big announcement coming in from the Prime Minister himself. Obviously, the opposition parties are not going to look at it very kindly. They're going to see only politics in it or electoral benefits in it. But as the track record has shown, that this scheme has really won the women over, which has helped the BJP.
Definitely. Pallavi, please stay with us. We have CNN News 18's Aman Sharma joining us on the broadcast as well. Aman, a very good morning to you. This year has been specifically very crucial to Nari Shakti because every time Prime Minister Modi through this year has been speaking about Nari Shakti, giving a special push to the Nari Shakti as well. Now, this announcement coming on the International Women's Day, it's very crucial for BJP. How are we saying this so?
See, Sakshi, on the LPG prices, the government has been, not just now, even the last 6 months, has been on this drive to reduce the price of the LPG cylinder for the normal consumer. This was also because the price of the LPG cylinder had become nearly rupees 1100 till last August. It had risen to almost double in 3 years. And that was also because India imports 60% of its LPG and it's tied up to the global prices. But since last August, we first saw a rupees 200 cut announced by the government. So for a normal consumer, the LPG price came down from rupees 1100 to rupees 900. For an Ujjwala consumer, which are over 10 crore in number, there's already a rupees 200 subsidies, which had come down to rupees 703. Then in last October, the government further increased the subsidy for the Ujjwala consumers from rupees 200 to rupees 300. So for an Ujjwala consumer, the LPG cylinder since last October has costed rupees 600.
Aman, will request you to please stay with us. I apologize for interrupting you over there. We have BJP's Anila Singh joining us on the broadcast. Anila ji, thank you so much for speaking to CNN News 18. How do you look at these jibes coming in from the opposition at this very crucial announcement that has been made by the Prime Minister today on the special occasion of International Women's Day?
My Ram to all, and I wish Mahashivratri, Mahaparv of all Sanatanis to be very, very shubh. And this is a very prosperous day, and besides being the International Women's Day, and a gift coming from our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. So it is a double celebration for women in India. So we are celebrating Mahashivratri and we are going to celebrate Women's Day with this gift of reducing rupees 100 price from LPG. So Narendra Modi ji very well understands that how he can empower women, how he ensures that a simple woman, a poor woman, when she runs her home, from where she can get the benefit, and LPG is one thing. And I am 100% sure that women in Bharat in today's date, at this moment, they are thanking Narendra Modi ji. So as a woman, I am going to thank him. Thank you, Modi ji, for taking this step.
But Anila ji, the jibe coming in from Congress's Manikam Tagore is that he has compared the prices to 2014. At that point of time, he has said that Dr. Manmohan Singh actually gave the subsidy of rupees 600, and at that point of time, the price was 641. Now, even after giving rupees 100 of subsidy, the price remains 823. How would you respond to that jibe coming in from Congress?
I simply have to say one thing, that Congress has become a grand old party, so they want to live in history and we want to live in present and we want to work for the future. And women understand that what Narendra Modi ji do for them, that is why they keep on voting for him rather voting for Congress party. So they can understand the difference. And if they are not able to understand, I think they should get themselves checked politically.
And another jibe that has come towards your party is that these crucial decisions are being made and these abrupt decisions are being made because the elections are around the corner. How would you respond to that? Because this is a specific word coming in from Supriya Sule of NCP Sharad Pawar's faction.
So let us all come on one platform. Let us go ahead for one nation, one election. So elections keep on happening. So what do the governments do? They should keep idle. अरे election है, अभी हम नहीं कुछ फैसला ले सकते, हम कदम नहीं उठा सकते. Every year there are elections, either the central elections or the state elections or any other elections. So let us come to a conclusion. So they will, just bickering is not going to give any solution. But at the same time, again, I'm going to repeat myself. Thank you, Modi ji, for taking this step. Women are very happy. And we are going to vote for you in mass.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Anila ji, for speaking to CNN News 18. That was BJP's Anila Singh joining us on the broadcast, thanking Prime Minister Modi ji for this big decision that he has taken on International Women's Day. Some more political reactions coming in, starting from the word coming in straight from Supriya Sule of NCP.
4 years they have been in power for the last 9 years. Why didn't they think of this earlier? Why just when election is 10 days, I mean it will probably be announced in the next 5 or 6 days is what I hear in the media. So ये और एक जुमला है भैया.
But on Women's Day, taking a reference of Women's Day and talking about Nari Shakti.
Well, I'm not surprised. It's all political. It's not from the heart at all.
So he also said that it will reduce the financial burden.
Financial burden agar karna, if he wanted to reduce it, they should have reduced it by half. In our government, the cylinder was 430 rupees. Why don't they match it to 400 rupees?
One more question, ma'am. Nitin Gadkari is being offered to contest from Mahavikas Aghadi by Uddhav Thackeray. How do you react to that?
Well, Gadkari Sahib is a very tall leader and a pragmatic leader of India. We are all very proud of him, even if we work in different ideologies. He believes in a vibrant democracy. And we have seen him, I've seen him since I was a child grow up as a tall leader who's very fair and he's just.